Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a tutorial on this glowing goddess look. So if you guys want to know how I got this, stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, so first I'm going to take my Milani Prime Shield Mattifying Face Primer. I'm going to apply it all over my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and rub it in, make sure it's nice and even, and rub it in really well. Primer is very important. And once I'm all done with that, I'm going to get my eye base. I use the P. Louis base in shade 0.5, and I'm just going to get a flat brush after I apply it to the back of my hand. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to apply it right underneath my eyebrow. This is just going to give your brows a nice, crisp, clean look. And when I do this, I like to get also some tape, and I'll apply the tape right under my eye. So that way when I do my base and my eyeshadow, it's just going to give it a nice crisp line so it's not all over the place. And I'm going to apply that under the other eye as well. And once I'm all done with that, we are good to go. And so I am just going to go ahead and get my base and apply the rest to the edge of the tape. And I'm going to do this with the other eye as well. Now when you're doing this, you really want to take your time so that you don't get any in your eyebrows. So we just want to have a nice crisp clean line under there. And then we're going to go ahead and take the base and apply it to the rest of your lid. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you're applying this as evenly as possible, because if you don't, you're going to get a splotchy look when it comes to your base, and that is going to make your eyeshadow apply unevenly, and we don't want that. So we're going to do both eyes, making sure it's evenly applied. And after you're done applying it to both eyes, you're just going to get a makeup sponge and go ahead and set your base. Now when you do this, you're just going to pat it, make sure it's evenly set, because like I said before, it's going to make your eyeshadow apply unevenly if you don't set it properly. And once you're all done setting your base, you can go ahead and get your eyeshadow. I chose to use the 350 Nature Glow palette by Morphe. The first shade I'm using here is called Hey, and I'm just applying that right on my brow bone. I like to pat my eyeshadow on and not drag it. I just find that patting gives it, a better blend. I'm a huge blender, and I just found that this technique works better for me. If you're a dragger, that's perfectly fine as well, to each their own. But I'm just going to keep patting this until I feel like everything's evenly blended out. And once I am done blending out that color, I'm going to go ahead and take the color Wannabe and apply it slightly under the first color. And I'm going to blend up. I prefer to blend up because I'm going to make this shadow a little bit more smoky once I apply the third color. And once that's all blended out, I'm going to go ahead and get the color Slight, and I'm going to apply that right in my crease. And like I said before, as I apply this, I'm going to be patting and blending this up just to give it a really nice smoked out look. It's going to be a bit darker than I expected, but it turned out looking really well in the end. And once I do that, I'm going to go over and do the other one as well, just making sure everything's really even and nicely blended out to make it look as similar as possible. And once I am done blending the color Slight, I am going to start to cut my crease. I am using my P. Louis base to cut my crease. I like to start in the corner of my eye, and then I'll make like a little mark towards the end of my eye just to, mark where I want the crease to stop. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in my crease. Now, when you're cutting your crease, you really want to take your time. You want to have a really nice, crisp line when you're cutting your crease. It just gives it a much cleaner look. And sometimes, depending on what I'm going to be using in my cut crease, I will leave my cut crease base wet. So I'm just going to do that with both eyes, and I'm going to go and clean it up just a little bit, make sure all my lines are right, so both of my cut creases look the same. And then after I am all done with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my gold glitter. And I left my base wet, like I said. If you prefer, you can use a glitter glue, but my base was sticky enough that the glitter stuck to it. And I'm just going to go ahead and pack this glitter on a lot. It's going to make a bit of a mess. You can put a towel down below you if you prefer, but I'm just going to pack it on, and I'm going to pack it onto both eyes, just making sure the glitter is applied nice and even, just to give it that nice shiny glowy look, that glowing goddess look that I was going for. And you're just going to keep packing that on there. And then once you're done packing the glitter on and the glitter is all nice and even, I am going to go ahead and smoke out my bottom lash line. I'm really big on, you know, a huge smoked out bottom lash line. You can use as much as you prefer, but I prefer to pack it on there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once my bottom lash line is nice and smoky, I am going to finish out the look, and then we are all done.